So as you may have seen from my other videos, I made over my studio and I did a little studio tour. While I was doing that, I found a bunch of my old artwork and I was like, oh my God, some of this is pretty cool. Some of this is pretty bad. Why don't I show you guys? So all the artwork I'm about to show you is from the last decade. Mind you, this is a really bad habit of mine. I don't date my artwork. I need to start doing that so I can see the progress and pinpoint where I was and what year and whatnot. So, okay, let's get started. This was pretty early on, this one, when I first started trying watercolors, actually. So this is a sketch of the punk queen herself, Brody doll. I still think it's pretty sick, I've definitely improved since then. Now I would probably put a lot more detail, a lot more contrast. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one, there's a lot of issues with this one. So I used very heavy duty watercolor paper. I don't know why I did that because this paper alone, a sheet of this is probably like $20. And I wasted it on this ugly ass drawing of Kevin McAllister. I kind of want to just like flip through it because it's very cringe. It's not good. It's not good. I can't believe I even showed you guys that. So when I was younger, like in my teens, I was a friggin' trip. Skip school and like do a little, and like other things, if you know what I mean. And I would just draw all this trippy stuff. So this is an example of one of the trippy things I drew, actually. I probably just used a face as a reference and then just like went wild with it and was like, whoa. You'll see a lot of these today. This one I thought was super cool. It's just nice, loose. I remember I was so like proud of this one. I was like, it's messy, but it's like, I don't know, there's like something about it that I'm like super into. Like I love the way I did her hair. And like she had dreads, this girl, and you can just like faintly see the dreads, which I thought was really cool. I added like some neon highlighter pink in there to give it a little, spruce it up a little bit. Crazy. So we're kind of like I'm like throwing around everything. Like these sketchbooks are kind of like mixed up a little bit. So this isn't gonna be in order. I'm gonna go back and forth probably a lot, but now we have Sean Connery. Yeah, Sean Connery. Jaw's kind of off. Like I do love the shading in this piece. The hair looks pretty fly, looks pretty slicked back. Look like a slick little dude there, Shawnee. So this little rose one here is from when I was getting into tattoo design and I was like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. And then I worked in the industry for a little bit, like not tattooing. I was working on the floor, like selling like garments. And then also I tattooed my friend one time and I just didn't feel the passion for it. Passion that I felt like when I was just drawing or painting in general. So that dream, I kind of was like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. And I didn't really like fit in the industry either. I was like this like bubbly little like smiley girl and everyone was just like, how many tattoos do you have? And I was like, I don't know, I'm like 4 tattoos. They're like, well, I have 5 sleeves and like all my toes are tattooed and all my fingers are tattooed. I didn't want to get my fingers and toes tattooed and I didn't want to get 5 sleeves, so I was out of that industry very quick. But anyways, you'll see a lot of like tattoo-y kind of style art in there. And then we have this little sketch here of Brigitte Bardot. And underneath it, it says, I'm just a girl, because she's just a girl. But also I was listening to No Doubt's I'm Just a Girl. Ooh, okay. I thought this one was really cool. I think I would like to use this concept and kind of explore that a little bit in the future with different faces, different shapes. Long live the queen. But the queen died, so hopefully no one from England is watching this and is offended that I just said the queen died. This guy's weird. I don't love this one. It's kind of creepy. Kind of reminds me of like Dracula or something, which I'm not really into Dracula or vampires or anything like that, so. Shakira. I used to absolutely hate doing hair. Now it's one of my favorite things to draw. So yeah, you'll see I just kind of like sketched in where the like darker tones were and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna call it a day. Here's one actually that started out as Jimi Hendrix and then I was just kind of playing around with my Micron marker or pen or fine liner, whatever you want to call it, and I came up with this. Now we got Tupac and Biggie together in a drawing that's controversial. Uh-oh. I wasn't really into Biggie so much, but I was a Tupac stan, I would say. Tupac Shakur, you know? So this one was like an old like, what was that style called again? I can't remember, but anyways, he got like old like Sailor Girl pinup style without pinup stuff like boobs and butt, but like, you know, she was that vibe in the face and the hair. I do like the composition of this one. I like the colors I used. The face is kind of weird. The hair's pretty cool. Everything's pretty cool except for the face. Got my boy JB, when is this? 2012. So yeah, I think some of these are a little bit older than 10 years. Let's say, okay, you know what? I probably did this one at the end of 2012. So technically it's still in the 10-year category. I used to draw Justin Bieber like all the time. Why? Because I love Justin Bieber. Ever since he came out with not One Less Lonely Girl, Baby. No, it was before Baby even. One time. And then, you know, I was hooked ever since. John Lennon. I remember specifically drawing this one. I was in a library. One of the first ones that I was like really proud of. And I was like, maybe I can be an artist. Maybe I can draw. And I look back on it now and I'm like, ew, it's kind of scary. And then we got Tommy. Tommy here, he's kind of wonky. He's got like a chipmunk cheek going on. Like he like stuffed a bunch of like nuts in one cheek and then not as much in the other cheek. And I did this little meditating woman here. I do not like this one. I do not like it. The colors, I'm not for it. Yeah, it's just like, it's just kind of bad. This guy is funky. It started out as Travis Barker and then it just became this. I love this one. I love the colors in it. I love the vibe. I love just how like free I was. I love how many shapes I put in here. Koi fish! This is one that I was very, very proud of. I love the waves. I love the colors I used in this one. Yeah, this one here is my friend Jake. As you can see, I used to hate doing hands. Yeah, kind of like how I like left the bottom there unfinished and, you know, I think I gave him a little bit more abs than he actually had. You didn't hear it from me. Ooh, I really like this one with the lilies and the daisies. But yeah, I think I could have done more to pull that together, but you know. This one, okay, so this is the one that started like all these like funky drawings that I did. It's like weird, it's fun, and yeah, I don't know what was going through my brain, but I was definitely on one, and I kind of wish I was still on one, to be honest. This one, I love this color pencil drawing. I loved her face. I thought it was just very beautiful. I think I referenced this from a magazine or something. We got another JB. I remember doing this and I was like so proud of it. And I was like showing everyone, I was like, guys, look, it's Justin. And like so many people were like, whoa, that's scary. We got a dragon. Don't love this one. Face is kind of cool. It's just kind of meh. Trippy. So this is a face that is faded into nothingness. Kind of reminds me of like Phantom of the Opera vibes. That's what it's giving me. It's kind of like, who is she? Where's she from? Where her eyes at? What is this guy's name? I forget his name. Michael something. So in Lords of Dogtown, I love Lords of Dogtown. It's like one of my favorite movies. It's kind of sketchy, the drawing. It's like his jaw is a little weird. It's wonky. Praying hands. Anyone up for a little prayer? The veins, like what is that? An M vein? This gangster dude came from my mind. I was just like, another trippy one, a woman this time with some voluptuous red hair. Voluminous, that's the word I'm looking for. Voluminous red hair, not voluptuous. She got a little going on, a little going on. Our Lady of Guatemala. Her face looks weird, but I do like the colors. I love her little like, would that be called a robe? It's very windy outside, by the way, so if you're hearing like, it's wind. A weird nun with weird lips. I think this would have been way more successful if I didn't like do her lips like what is that? Why did I do that? I love this one. It's now looking back on it, it's a little bit wonky, like Kevin McAllister's arm. His name wasn't Kevin McAllister in that movie, but we're just gonna call him Kevin McAllister. His arm is a little wonky, but everything else I think is so cute. And this just like captured the essence of that innocent first kiss and first love before the bee stings. That's so sad. We got our boy, James Dean. Howdy there, Mr. Dean. You're looking fine. These skulls, oh, These were cool. I had so much fun doing these. Yeah, so obviously I took like reference photos. I kind of combined a bunch of different things. But I remember this one girl in particular, this skull here. This girl I know, I posted it. She went and freaking got it tattooed. And she didn't even say anything. She wasn't even like, oh, can I get that tattooed? When she like posted it, I saw it. And she's like, my tattoo. And I was like, bro, I was like, that's my freaking drawing. And so that was kind of annoying. Like the least she could have done is just, I would have said yes. I would have been like, yeah, true, like get a tattoo. But like, what the fuck? It's like these old school tattoos, they would just get like mother, mom, you know, mom with like the heart and the arrow going through. I hope my son gets that one day in honor of me. Alfalfa, he's so cute. Obsessed with this eagle. I think it's really cool, except I don't like this little area here. Kind of messed that up. But other than that, I like the way I did the wings. This was like one of my first times using markers too. We got Jessica Alba. This is when I started liking doing hair. The snake, I love this one. I don't like the snake's face, but I love everything else about this piece. I think it's super cool. I love the little like design I did in the like little parts of the snake. I love the peonies in this one. Hockey fans, we got Mr. Ty Domi. I liked like experimenting, like doing a helmet. That was different for me, and like doing like a bloody lip. That was kind of fun. The blood rolling down his lip there. I love doing his eyebrows because he's got some like murked eyebrows there, right? From all those fights he got into. You know, little Ty Domi, he was a little fighter. Probably got punched a few times, probably got hit with a stick. Anyways, it made for a fun drawing. I really like drawing his eyebrows. I remember that. I'm just showing you this because the story is so funny, and this guy, I'm just like, are you serious, man? Okay, so this guy, he was like wanting to become a rapper or whatever, right? He was friends with one of my friends. They went to like university together. We had each other on Facebook. I guess we met like one time at a bar or something. And he messages me, he goes, oh, yo, your drawing's so good. Can you like draw me? Can you draw me? And I'm just like, at that point, I'm just like kind of like drawing whatever, practicing, you know, trying to fill up my portfolio. So I'm like, yeah, man, for sure. Didn't charge him or anything. So I drew him. I sent it to him on like Facebook or something. This guy freaking posts it. One of my fans sent me this. Oh, we got a little seahorse. I actually really like this seahorse. That's super cute. Pointillism is actually one of my favorite ways to shade, but it takes so long, so I don't really do it. But yeah, it's super cool. I like this little, did I call it a starfish? I meant horsefish. What did it? Seahorse. Seahorse, not a horsefish. Or a starfish, it's a seahorse. Oh, so this one here, 2017, this was when I started doing landscape pieces. So my husband and I, we traveled across the country and I took many photos. I got very inspired, and this is where it all started. So I sketched this drawing here in this little book, and then I painted it. And that was the first landscape painting I ever did. And then I just continued on from there. So this painting of Terry Kennedy was actually the first like large scale painting that I finished. When I started painting portraits, I kind of like went in that direction with the heavy black outline and the yellow. That painting was actually for one of my ex-boyfriends, and then we broke up. Then I was like, okay, you know what? This painting is pretty freaking sick. I'm keeping it, so I kept it. And yeah, still have it to this day, you know, good memories. Oh, this Beatles one, this one was cool. Again, I was like, and yeah, I just kind of went wild. I was up, I think probably as usual, I stay up late a lot because I can't sleep. I think I was up till like 2 or 3 a.m. and I came up with this. I want to start doing more stuff like this, just for fun. I don't do anything for fun anymore. I only do stuff to like sell. That sounds kind of bad, but you know what? I'm a grown woman now. I need to make some money, right? I can't just have fun all the time. So obviously that's not all the artwork I've created over the past 10 years, but that's just a little bit of it. If you would like to see my progress, check out this playlist here where you can see some of the work I've created recently.